today is a special day because we're going to go full on carrot cake, baby. Slash! Edward Carrot Hands is here to show you how to make a real deal American carrot cake with that wunderschön cream cheese icing. We gotta get shredding. Yeah, it's Monday over here in Dusseldorf, which means that we just ended a weekend. And over the weekend, it was pretty fascinating. You know, I took the wife and kid over to a cave. We saw a fire salamander over there.
Fire salamander.
The cave and all its wonders.
And look, Papa, I always see somebody glittering. That's the crystals.
Oh.
I see it.
Then after we explored the cave, we went and headed into the country to go visit Opa, my child's German grandfather. And over there we had some fun because there are sheep. And my son loves to get down with his bodies.
Bubba? Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. You truly come to life here in the country, don't you?
I do.
Really? Because you're a country kid.
It gives me great energy.
You grew up with mice crawling all over you and all sorts of puddings and breakfast breads. Country twist. Auntie M, Auntie M. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
I suppose part of the magic of a carrot cake is when it's extra moist. Moist and delicious. Now, I didn't know this, maybe you don't know this, but in order to make a carrot cake moist and delicious, you have to have something that gets it all wet. And in this case, it's vegetable oil. So it's not butter that's getting this baby moist, it's vegetable oil. And it's a cup, 1 cup and a quarter. That's a lot of oil. And for me, when I look at the ingredients, it kind of seems gross. Kind of seems like something I would not want to eat. A cup of oil? Ugh. So I'm shredding up these carrots, and what I need is 3 cups of carrots. So do I have what looks like 3 cups? Nearly. Just about, I think. That's a mountain of carrots there. So let me just go ahead and get this nub shredded. And then we'll measure it out and see what we're working with here. Now, I don't want to get too wild. I'm not Wolfgang Puck up in here, so I don't want to shred too close because then we'll be having a little bit of my finger cake too. We don't want that. So let's see how much shreddies we've got. How many shreddies do we have here? I need my measuring cup right here. And we need 3 cups. So let's see. That's 1 cup. That's a 1 cup. Let's toss that in our bowl. Blam. So, what's up next? In a large bowl, we're gonna beat together our eggs. We've got 4 of those babies right here, 4 eggs. And I never claimed to be a professional egg cracker, but let's see how well I do. Let's see how well I do. Am I gonna have to remove shell with that little fork action? I hope not. Let's see. Blammo. Perfect. Blammo. Perfect. Blammy. Perfect. And let's not jinx ourselves. Schlammo. Perfect. That's what we're talking about. We got those golden eggs ready to be beat. Time to beat some eggs. So let's put our eggs in a large bowl. Blammo. 1 1/4 cups of oil. I mean, that's a lot of oil. If you ask me, you can watch it pour in there and you tell me. You want to eat something with that much oil in it? 2 cups of white sugar. That's a lot of sugar. Check this out. Now that is like a waterfall of sugar. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract is something as a kid I always thought I wanted to drink because it smells so good. But trust me folks, you don't want to drink it, but you do want to smell it. Let's go ahead and add our flour. Or, yeah, why not? Now I think you're supposed to kind of mix as you pour, right? Isn't that what they do in all the cooking shows? Do you like how I kind of pre-portion my ingredients? That's kind of cooking show production style, isn't it? To have them all prepared. So now it's starting to get a little thicker. Kind of see that thickness. It's kind of looking like honey. So now that we have our flour in there and our sugar, let's go ahead and add our baking soda. So baking soda, it's fine. It's a fine powder. Let's go ahead and dump that baby in there. Baking soda. What about some baking powder? Baking soda, baking powder, they kind of seem like the same thing to me, but I'm an amateur, so I really wouldn't know. What is the difference? One of them you put in the refrigerator, right? So it doesn't stink? I think that's the baking soda, if I'm not mistaken. Then salt. Just a half a teaspoon of salt. Now when you ask me if it's, providing 18 servings and all you need is a half a teaspoon of salt, do you really need a half a teaspoon of salt? Because if it's 18 servings and you divide that into 18, then you're talking about like this much being incorporated into your slice. Now, I don't know, would you taste that? Maybe. Let's throw it in there. It's what the recipe calls for. So we got our salt, we got our baking powder, we got our baking soda, we got our eggs, we got our sugar, blah, 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 blah. And then cinnamon. 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Ooh, look at that. Smells good. Cinnamon and sugar. So now we're gonna stir in the carrots. Ba-bam! There you go, carrot top. Blammo. It's like some gigantic orange-haired lumberjack shaved his beard, and these are the trimmings. Okay, wow, that's getting real carroty. Ooh, boy, I tell you. So, didn't know I could bake, did you? You didn't know? Well, it was kind of out of necessity, because here in Germany, we don't have stuff like this available. American-style carrot cake. Sometimes you can find it, but not so often. And it's few and far between. So I had to make it myself! And didn't stop there. I also had to make peanut butter cookies and cheeseburgers and all sorts of stuff. Comfort foods that I missed from back home. And that kind of makes me a bit of an ambassador to the United States because sharing is caring. And with a big cake like this, sharing is inevitable. So I think that's pretty well mixed up. Now we gotta toss this batter, blammo, into a greased pan. Greasy grease. That's so it won't stick, ladies and gentlemen. The icing is the real heart attack because it's just straight up powdered sugar, butter, and cream cheese. So it is thick. Now that's pretty well greased. So, in here goes this here. Wow. Give it a couple power strokes. Now we can pour it right in here. Beautiful texture, color. It's amazing. Time to go in the oven. It's gonna go in the oven for 45 minutes. Bye-bye. There's a lot of loving in that oven, folks. Be right back. Oh, check it out. Let's see. Ooh. Time to make the icing with lots of sugar, including this bowling ball sized bowl of powdered sugar. Let's dump that baby right in there. And now let's add a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh yeah! Got that vanilla fella. Now on to the cream cheese, Philadelphia's finest. And let's add a little butter to make it better. Start your engine. And now it's time for the icing on the cake. The creamiest cream cheese icing ever. Check this splendor out. This is like a Cinnabon heart attack weaponized for the modern era here. Check that stream of deliciousness happening here. Now let's spread that baby around. Give it a couple master strokes here. Let's taste the cake, not the coffee, the cake. Let's taste the cake. After a sip of coffee. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. That's good. Oh yes. That's where it's at. I wish I could share my cake with you. And in a way, if you think about it real hard, and I think about it real hard, you're probably tasting it right now. I hope you have a great day. Stop to eat the cake, smell the roses, and do a little dance. I love you. Bye-bye.